Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Evita Caldwell. I'm the Public Information Officer here at St. Louis City Police. We've gathered you all here today to share an unfortunate update with our community, heartbreaking update, to say the least, involving a senseless tragedy, the killing of 9-year-old Jordan Neal, and unfortunately, a few days ago, his brother, who was also shot in that incident, has tragically passed away. With us today, we have Lieutenant John Blaskowitz, who is the commander of our homicide division. We also have Detective Sergeant Todd Ross, as well as Detective Run, who's also handling the case. And also joining us today is the family of 9-year-old Jordan and 10-year-old Richard Neal. We have his mother, Janisha Hillard, his father, Mr. Richard Neal II, their grandparents, as well as their two other siblings. So just to go over a little bit of the background that we previously released, around 9 p.m. on Saturday, May 24th, 2025, Mr. Neal and Miss Hillard, as well as their 4 children, were driving in the area of Union and Bircher. As Mr. Neal is driving, an accident nearly occurs with another maroon vehicle as they were turning onto the Conoco gas station to get gas. Moments later, after that encounter, Mr. Neal encounters the same suspect maroon vehicle again at Bircher near Riverview. At that point, the occupant or occupants of that maroon vehicle fired shots at Mr. Neal's vehicle. Again, the children were inside of this car when this occurred. Mr. Neal was shot, as well as, again, 9-year-old Jordan Neal and their 10-year-old son, who was 10 at the time, and we just learned turned 11 a few days ago. He was also shot. His name was Richard Neal III. Jordan died from his injury the night of the shooting. Richard passed away this past Tuesday. What we gather you all here today is to ask for public assistance. We really need people to come forward with any tips, any information, big or small, it doesn't matter. It will help us in solving this case. So the people or person that did this, if you know you did this, step forward. We have 2 deceased children in a tragic incident. It shouldn't be this way. We don't know what type of bright future those boys could have had if they had the chance to survive. If you would like to remain anonymous, you can contact Crime Stoppers. They are offering a cash reward of up to $5,000 for your tip if it leads to a felony arrest in this case. You can also call the Homicide Division directly. Their number is 314-444-5371. They're looking for video. Again, they're looking for information. They're looking for anything that can help them in this case. I'll turn it over now to Lieutenant Blaskowitz, who can again reiterate that public plea for assistance.
Thanks, everyone. As mentioned, I am John Blaskowitz, Commander of Homicide, and the only new tip that I can share with the community right now is we are looking for a maroon Nissan sedan, believed to be a 4-door. That's the only descriptors I can put out at this time. We're hoping that someone who was there that night at the intersection, we do know that this was a heavily traveled intersection, may have seen something, may have heard something, so please say something. If they could contact us at Crime Stoppers or at the line that Evita shared with you, we'd greatly appreciate it. But this day is really about the family, so without anything further, I'd like to turn it over to a spokesperson for the family.
Hello. I'm the grandmother of Richard and Jordan Neal, the mother of Richard Neal Jr. We're just asking for the community, please, like we've lost 2 children. And in the process of losing 2 children, we also lost my husband, the father and grandfather of those children, mourning the loss of Jordan. We just really want someone, anyone, I don't care if it's friend, family, or foe, if you know anything, I mean anything, about the shooting that happened May 24th. Please, I don't want this to be your loved one and then you want to tell. Because at this point, we've lost so many children to senseless things. You can hate anybody, but you don't have to pick up a gun. You don't have to. You live to see another day. We lost 2 children. They'll never live again. I used to say I had 10 grandsons. I've dropped down to 8. And I've always said that if you mess with us, them 10 grandboys were going to come stepping. Jordan and Richard fought when they were born. They were born both at 1 pound and a few ounces. And they beat all of those obstacles. To be killed to a senseless shooting. For what? To say that you got a hit? For what? To put a notch under your belt? You put a notch under your belt, but you put a hole in our hearts that will never be sealed again. We miss them and we love them. And God forbid if this happens to your family. Do something, say something. There should not be a loss like this. Ever, ever. We should not be hurting. There should never be a loss like this. We don't hate anyone, but we will never forget you. We are Christians. We have to learn to forgive, but we'll never forget you. And we pray that God has mercy on your soul when your day comes, because trust me, you're going to burn in hell. You're going to rot in hell. You're definitely going to rot. You're definitely going to rot. That's all. That's all. I'm just begging. I'm pleading. I'm begging. I'm pleading. I'm begging. I'm pleading with you to please turn yourself in.
As we can see, this is extremely difficult for the family, and unfortunately in cases like this, when you really don't have much to go off of, you really rely on the public. We truly believe that somebody that night saw something, whether you saw the car, whether you saw gunfire coming from the car. We're pleading at this point to come forward. We have 2 children who have since died, who've lost their life, again, in such a tragic incident. And have a heart. Come forward. Come forward with whatever you know. And again, if you're the person responsible for this, have a heart, come forward, turn yourself in so that we can give this family some form of comfort. It'll probably never fill the hole that they have in their hearts for these children that are now gone. But come forward, turn yourself in so that they can get some type of comfort and justice for what has happened to their loved ones. We can open up for any questions. We'll try to answer as many as possible.
So in 5 months, there's been 1 tip. Do you guys have any information on a suspect, any other details? I mean, I'm just curious, do they have answers as well?
The most I can say about suspect information is what I've already said. A Nissan maroon sedan. We believe we know what model it is, but we need something to substantiate what we believe is the suspect vehicle. As for who's driving it, we're still working to determine that. And that's one of the purposes of being here today, is to get new leads. I can say that the investigation is stalled, but it hasn't stopped. You can see I'm surrounded by my team here today, and there's others still working this case. So any tips that the public has, we're willing to follow up on. We just need some help at this time. Okay.
What has made this case so difficult to get police and
The location. This Bircher parallels I-70, and in the location that it was in is limited in terms of surveillance video. We've exhausted what we have, but we're hoping to gather more if the public can come forward with something to help us out. The location was a key factor in this.
Were all the shots believed to be from one gun, or were there multiple shooters?
I don't want to get into details of that regarding the firearms evidence that we have.
You say you exhausted what you've already done. What does that mean?
That the cameras that we have, we've searched high and low to try to get more descriptors on this vehicle so that I could put them out to you. But at this time, this is all we have.
Do you have any information on the license plate or whether or not you
I do
have
not.
plates?
I do not. We would have probably solved this already if we had that.
Is that because you just didn't have a view of the plate, or did
We
you not have plates?
Right. The vision was obscured that night. This happened in the PM hours. Headlights can cause problems at this time. The lighting in this intersection was solid, but where this incident occurred, there were no specific cameras down at that location that would have helped us.
We have a cousin that wanted to say a few words. Would you introduce yourself?
Hello, City, St. Louis. Most politicians call me Joe Perk, but I'm Josephine Perkins. And I'm calling on everyone, Walnut Park, Baden, up and down Union, Kings Highway. Somebody knows who killed these 2 babies. I was at the 2-year-old yesterday. A 1-year-old gets shot in the foot. This trend has got to stop. These are babies. And most of the communities, north, south, east, and west, this is a shout out. We're not going to ever stop looking for you. I don't care where you are. I'm going to stand and I'm going to find you. Me and the crew. You can get ready for that, because Jordan 9 forever, he gone. His brother, he gone. Y'all don't feel this, not like the mother. And to all you gangbangers, to all of you trying to earn your brownie points, you better stop. Put your guns down. We're surrounded. And when you come to killing children, you're supposed to get the needle with no questions asked. My name Joe Perk. Turn yourself in, because we looking for you. Night and day, where those yellow school buses are, I'm going to find you.
So again, the pain in the family's voice is clearly obvious. We wish we had a whole lot more to share in this case. Hopefully, when people look at the pictures of these kids, it'll tug at their hearts to, again, come forward. Anything, any small piece of information, big piece of information, anything that could help us in this case. Good. Thank you, everybody.